Okay, so the first technique that I'm going to show you is coffee dyeing. I have, and I use instant coffee. Regular percolated coffee works as well too. Just if you're going to use it, ensure that the coffee water is cold. Hot water will break down your printer paper the paper fibers faster, and I just find that I get a better color, to be honest, from coffee. So as long as you're doing a couple of sheets at a time, and I plan on doing mine in batches of 4, you are actually totally okay to bake at let's hit start, not stop. Totally fine to bake at 350. So again, cold water, baking sheet, mason jar. If you don't have a mason jar, because I completely brain farted on telling you to grab one. You can find them for next to nothing at thrift stores. I think outside of the box, you've got kids, you probably have applesauce containers, like the big ones maybe. That's what I started out with. I just like the seal of the mason jar better. In terms of paper, ta-da, printer paper, 4 sheets. Rounded up, this size of mason jar, you do have to go in half. So, this is where you get to play an experiment. This is the basis for all of my dyeing techniques, and I am going to show you, along with coffee, I'm going to show you basic super cheap orange pea Coke tea and how to do that. This one is a bit different, the tea dyeing, because you need to start out with it warm in order to release the colors properly. If you start out with it cold, it just doesn't work right. Cranberry tea. Cranberry tea, I think, is going to be right up your alley because you said you like gothic, and cranberry, even though it brews pink, it ends up dyeing the prettiest light to dark purple ever. And again, what I think I'm going to do to make this easy is I'm going to show you with the coffee the different ways to stain it, and then a couple of samples with other things that I've used to stain. And good old cheap food dye. This is like super cheap in the baking aisle. It's like, I think, $3 for 4 colors. On the back, it shows you all the different ways to blend the colors to get them to where you want them to be. And it's the same thing. You can either mix these up in sprayers if you have sprayers, and then you can do like a splatter technique, which I've done. Or again, we go back to the good old mason jar. So I'm just going to cap this here so it's small enough to send, and then I'll show you what I do from there in the next one.